The bone collector was not just a thief but a spirit of vengeance. In the heart of the African savanna, where the moon hung low and the air was thick with silence, his legend sent chills down the spines of all who heard it. On certain nights, when the stars flickered in fear, a shadowy figure roamed the land, the bone collector. One fateful night, I found myself among a group of villagers gathered around a flickering fire, their faces illuminated by the flames. We spoke in hushed tones, glancing over our shoulders as an eerie chill crept through the air. Suddenly, a bone, long and white, landed at our feet, breaking the stillness. We gasped. It was not just any bone, it was an arm bone, still glistening as if freshly severed. Panic surged through us. We knew the stories. The bone collector took what he needed from the living, leaving behind only bones. I could almost hear the whispers of our ancestors warning us. He could smell fear from miles away, and his hollow eyes would pierce through the darkness, seeking out those who had wronged him. As the fire crackled, we remembered the last person to be taken, a young man named Obina. He had laughed too loudly, danced too freely, and angered the spirits. We had warned him, but he had ignored our cries. That night, he vanished without a trace, leaving behind only the echo of his laughter that quickly turned to haunting silence. Obina was not just an unfortunate victim, he was a reflection of our fears. The bone collector was once a man, wronged by his people, cast out for a crime he did not commit. In his rage, he made a pact with dark spirits, transforming him into a creature of nightmares. He roamed the savannah, collecting the bones of those who disrespected the earth and its spirits. We believed he could see into the hearts of men. He lingered, watching, waiting for any moment of weakness. When someone laughed too loud or spoke too harshly, he would strike. That night, as we sat in fear, a sudden wind swept through the camp, extinguishing our fire. Darkness enveloped us. Hearts raced. We could hear whispers in the night, hushed voices telling tales of betrayal and sorrow. Then, a low growl echoed through the trees. We huddled together, eyes wide with terror. From the shadows, a sheep emerged, tall and skeletal, with hollow eyes that glowed like embers. The bone collector had come. One by one, we felt the weight of his gaze. "Who among you has disrespected the spirits?" he demanded, his voice a raspy whisper like dry leaves rustling in a forgotten grave. In a panic, a brave man named Alidu stepped forward. "It was I. I laughed at the old woman's warning," he cried. "I've forgotten the ways of our ancestors." The bone collector turned his gaze towards Alidu, while we held our breath, knowing he had